We made it. We are here. We are here. He is queer. You will respect it. Good evening, chat.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, that's right, Bird. You do pay to work here. But you know what? But you know what?
What?
30 years from now, the skills that you built here will mean absolutely nothing because there will be no world left to our children. But we had a lot of fun, right?
Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday, chats. Welcome to episode 19. Jesus Christ, of Danganronpa.
We can almost drink.
I mean, we can in Europe.
True. And this game is set in Japan, which is kind of like Europe, I guess, and the fact that it's not in our hemisphere.
It's kind of like Europe, except it's not. You know, Jimmy, I loved everything you just said, except the whole everything that you just said. And I think we're just going to have to change most, if not all of it. In fact, I'm so proud of what you've accomplished, I just need you to get the fuck out of my office right now.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay. We went out shopping over the weekend. And we went back to the same place where the incident fucking happened. And Tenny wanted a fucking, like, James Bond villain globe for his desk. So it's like one of the magnetically floating globes. Like some actual true, like, villain shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And I bought it for him. And we're sitting in the checkout. And we're like one guy behind the front. And I lean over and I'm just like, what do you say? And he said, thanks, Dad.
I can hear it in his voice, too.
Then I grounded it. Anyway, how are all of you? In case you forgot, we found Harvey Dent up in the greenhouse.
Oh my god.
Yes, no. Sanders' Tide Show is not looking great.
But we have to find out who it is, because we don't actually know, and Kyoko's missing, and...
Yeah, no, but it's okay. There is a class trial, and together I am confident we will find out who flamed Roger Rabbit.
That was good. That was good.
Kiku is here.
And we're glad you're here. We always appreciate you being here, Kiku.
Poor Toko got surprise flying lessons.
Ooh.
She is surprisingly aerodynamic. I actually thought the pigtails would like make more, like generate more drag than they do.
No, you see, they start flapping around. They give her extra momentum.
Yeah, we gotta start thinking real hard about this because we got a whole 3 hours to fill. It's a lot of pigtail talk. Nah, all right. Well,
all right. So let's
find out. Let's find out. I better start by checking out the Monokuma files. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? It could really be anybody at this point. I mean...
It's our queen, Sayaka. Come back to us, and then left us again.
No way that bitch would have caught fire. Absolutely not.
You're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
God, there was enough asbestos. Oh, no. She's quite comfortable in hell. All the asbestos is keeping her well insulated. Yes, no. There is a tattoo on the hands. Which I would say is helpful, except for the fact that Kyoko, constantly wore gloves. Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead! I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden.
Nice! Monokuma file number 5 is an add to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Also, as always, guys, in addition to telling us how you're doing, please let us know if the mixing is off. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important, from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do, which is what Kyoko tells me to do.
I mean, Bianca may tell you to do something.
Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. I really hope there aren't any clues hidden in the fertilizer.
You could say that would be quite shitty.
James Sunderland wouldn't let a bag of fertilizer stop him.
He didn't let a toilet stop him.
I do have to say that is, like, one of my favorite gags in Silent Hill 3. Is they go out of their way to put you back there. Who the hell would do that? That's disgusting.
And it's only if you have Silent Hill 2 data on your memory card. So the game knows what you did.
That's so damn funny.
So yeah.
These tools have nothing to do with the case.
Don't talk about us like that, Makoto.
There's something carved into the handle of his pickaxe. Crazy diamond. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. This pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. It's definitely intriguing, but now's not the time to worry about it. There's a lawnmower here. I don't think it has anything to do with the mystery corpse.
I mean, they may have been mowing the lawn when they got ganked. We don't know that.
I like you. It's almost like it could have been his or something. These flower pots have nothing to do with the case. He's awfully dismissive. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. It's almost like the tarp was used for typical tarp-related activities.
Tarp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Not the various bladed weapons. Not the lawnmower, which could be an improvised bladed weapon. Or the rope. Or the actual materials to make an explosive. But this tarp, this plastic sheet, I know, is pure evil.
I mean, have you ever, like, messed with the tarp? Those shits are pretty mean.
I love how you took on, like, Vietnam vet pro... You ever mess with the tarp? I've seen one strip a man dead in 5 seconds. Swarmed him in the jungle. Scariest thing about them bastards, they're self-cleaning. I wouldn't recommend it. Alright.
You don't know me. You don't know where I've been.
No matter where, no matter where, no matter where, surveillance where, or following are everywhere. I mean, they're also everywhere. How many wheres does this planet have anywhere? I'm very tired.
Dog broke. You're gonna have to reboot him.
It's 11 o'clock right now.
Okay, and...
For serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body.
when the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. I was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym, where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right! It had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So, I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done.
That's a pretty small job.
Nice! When the body was found was added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife looks really familiar. Wait, is this... Yes, Makoto, it's the other big-ass knife. Remember that time that Makoto almost got ganked by El Toro Fuerte? Did you know he never removes his mask? That's it! It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here. So, maybe this masked person got stabbed because... Okay, we get it.
Those reuse assets. We got them. We are going to get our money worth out of them.
It could be worse. We could be talking about Mukuro Ikusaba.
The 16th student lying hidden somewhere in this school.
The one known as the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Exactly.
When they attacked, I was in kind of a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then I And if this is really Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. I mean, that would make you 2 for 2. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way!
Nice! Knife for the crime scene has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
You know who I think the dead body actually is?
Who?
We haven't seen Fumi in a while.
This looks like exactly the scene I would expect to see if Hifumi had been through here recently. Just a half-eaten body in the middle of the room.
Look, we don't know, okay?
That body could fit inside Hifumi's skeleton.
Oh my god. I miss Hifumi. Shout out to God rest his soul.
God, I ended up listening to this comedy bit earlier. This is a female comic, and she was like, I don't hate my son for being fat, I hate my son for doing fat people shit. Like, I came home, I ate on the way home, I had a sandwich, I finished it before I got in the driveway, I was doing so good, he came up. He said, Mom, have you been eating something? Before I could explain, he picked 2 crumbs off of my shirt, rubbed them together, sniffed the air, and said, was this an Italian beef with mustard, mozzarella cheese, and extra jus? And was it cut in half? Boy, what the fuck? How the fuck can you tell that by smelling it? Do you work for the CSI food division? Like,
those are the powers you get when you are a fat kid.
I'll smell something. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. There's no teeth marks, so Hifumi's definitely gone. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. That's what you noticed? Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity.
Nice! Fake nails has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
You know, not the wolf tattoo or anything.
It's just that's totally irrelevant. Don't even bother.
Oh my god. Oh my god, her Jordans, they were fake. That explains everything.
You know, Kyoko wouldn't wear fake nails. There's also something on the back of her right hand. I'm glad you noticed that second. Is this a tattoo? Yes, Makoto, it is a tattoo. It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before.
Makoto, you are literally puppy-coated.
Shoutouts to people with tattoos of dogs. Thank you for the free advertising.
You know what? You're welcome. Where's my royalties?
Tattoo on the right hand has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
The royalties are what you pay to be here. This is like a barbecue place. It just all gets recycled back into the product.
Good.
I really would love to like take you and Cody to like a southern barbecue joint. Just have you there eating a tofu wrap while I'm eating a whole ass rack of ribs.
I feel like I would get hate crimed not for being openly gay, but for eating tofu at a barbecue joint.
See, but what if there's a barbecue joint that does like? Yeah, could you imagine getting it's tofu brisket?
Oh, look, I would destroy the fuck out of that. And, like, you can take me to a barbecue joint. I'll just get something that's not barbecue. Like, I don't give a fuck. But I just know, like, people are so weird. People are really weird about, like, not eating meat. I don't get it. I don't know.
I don't get it either. Just eat the sides.
And that's what I do.
It's like it's like Chili's, just unlimited starters.
Like, okay, so back when I
$14.99.
used to live on the coast, my buddies used to like to go to Southern Soul all the time, which is like a really good barbecue joint, and I would just get like fucking fried okra and fries, and I'd be happy. Like, shit was great. People looked at me funny, but I was like, fuck you. I'm having a good time.
I would like you to stuff a cornucopia with vegetables and then deep fry it.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Tempura, my guy. Tempura.
So speaking of eating fried and seasoned meats, let us find out what happened to this biscuit.
The upper half of this body isn't the upper half of the body is not original recipe at all, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet.
It's got that sauce.
It appears that the body was marinated in liquid smoke before the explosion.
Oh my god.
It appears I found a shallot in her left armpit.
This murder brought to you by Southern Soul Barbecue.
Oh my god.
I was wondering why there was mise en place in here. Oh my god.
Holy shit. We're going to hell.
Oh right, that's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Water, which is wet, makes logical sense. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. I'm sorry, I can't read it. I could bonely go my way through to a pickle for the knowing ones, but somehow the top half being wet is just destroying me. There isn't, right?
Nice! An exploded body analysis has been added to the truthful section of your handbook.
That's a metal as fuck name.
Exploded body analysis. Working on my demo right now as we speak.
You just finished an album!
I have like 3 albums in the works. What's another one?
It's true. Those of you may remember about a year ago, I was advertising the hell out of one of Bird's albums. It's not that he stopped making them, we just haven't done it in a while.
Because I have a new one like every month or so, and I would feel awful if you were just constantly like shilling it.
Welcome to episode and album 19. You know what you need to do? You need to do really scaled down covers of like noise songs.
How do you cover a noise song? I mean, unless you're talking about like Harsh Noise Wall or something.
No, you could just take like some like angry like grindy music and just be like this is what I call interference 15. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burned up. There's only a little piece left. That's not a jacket.
No, she was wearing a jacket.
The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet.
This side's well done.
There's nothing strange about that, right? We thought we would try to save the rest of it by sous videing it.
Can we,
God.
can we inspect your Jordans?
Unfortunately, no.
Aw.
Upon closer inspection, it appears that this body has fake J's. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it from before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later.
Nice! Fragments near the dead body has been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook.
The Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away.
I am very sad that none of these, like, menacing carnivorous plants played any part of this.
I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4?
That's an even number! What's going on, Makoto?
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here?
Of course, yours precisely 5.
Not approximately, not almost, precisely 5. I know, because that's the upper limit of what I can count to.
That's how many joints I've had today.
Did you know? It's the same as the number of fingers on a hand. That's why I can count that high.
Yeah, right?
Huh? What's wrong?
There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short.
Huh?
It's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
what?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world!
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished!
They would need a rocket.
Oh my god.
I cannot fathom. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case?
Chicken Coop Chickens has been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook.
This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning. And Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place.
Nice! Sprinklers is added to the truth bolt section of your handbook.
No, I want to look at the...
What the heck?
I want to look at the monitor. No!
Nope. No monitor for you.
Fine, it's fine.
What the heck?
Not the alley.
Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, you know, kind of tasty before it blew up? A little rare, a little medium rare.
If I remember right, He was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was in the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now you explained it, I totally remember how it looked.
Well, having you talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So thank you, too.
Nice! Body before the explosion of an ad, the truth bullet section of your handbook.
So, who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore.
And now for the show. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you.
What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words,
I'd like to hear your alibi.
Uh-oh.
Alibi?
in other words,
Correct! I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night.
Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime.
How can you know that for sure?
Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for someone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words,
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, and Hina and I were in the gym together the entire night last night.
What?
Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis,
Are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
and if the victim really is Kyoko,
Then I'm the only one without an alibi!
Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door. So, where precisely were you?
I'm telling the truth. I was in my room. But I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so...
That's hardly an alibi.
I know.
So, what now? You seem to be quite the disadvantage here.
I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Too bad none of them thought to shit the pitcher pants for a chicken.
Nice! Byakuya's account's been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
I think I've checked everything I need to in this area. But I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, the fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? That's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? I can find out more about her. Maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. With the key to her room,
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I cannot allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my option?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room!
I don't have a choice. I'll have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key.
Swing and a miss!
Hey, Byakuya?
If you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it later at the class trial.
Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it.
I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story.
Then you go with me?
Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not.
Come back later. Okay. In the meantime, I guess I should just go fuck myself. Maybe I should check out that one area.
Oh, what one area, Makoto?
Guess we're gonna find out.
Byakuya is over here like, don't invite me to your party, I'm not coming. I mean, you could ask me, but you should have asked me, but I'm not coming.
I'm not mad that you didn't invite me. I'm mad that you didn't invite me so I could tell you no!
I mean, mood, but...
I mean, come on. I'm not angry. Why would I be angry? I'm pissed! No one tells Byakuya Tagami no before he can tell them no.
I'm going to miss this game when we're done. Rattle, rattle.
Rada, rada.
Raw. I don't even remember why Raw is written on the door.
Because our victim certainly is not any longer.
Our victim is a nice medium rare.
Alright, we need to go to the data center.
So real talk. Okay, so I'm a bird, and of course everyone's threat is always to, you know, fry me up when I'm acting up and being stupid. So dog, I have to ask, if I were to be sent to the Pear Wiggler, what seasoning would you put on me?
Are you asking if I would, like, necro for you?
I'm just asking if I was a hot wing, what flavor would I be? God, you had to make it all weird.
I mean,
I would...
you'd be Cigarillo Ash in disappointment, but...
And that is the correct answer.
But I do enjoy a nice lemon pepper from time to time.
Oh my god.
The Daisy room? Yes, that was the room with the daisies in it.
Oh shit. Wait, no, this isn't where I thought it was. Alright, Makoto, let's play the piano.
Can you play the Sad Walking Away song from the Hulk?
I was gonna ask, I was gonna request 1,000 Miles by, Vanessa Carlton, but fuck me, I guess. Listen,
If I could walk into the sky,
Do you think
time would pass me by, but I could walk 1,000 miles. If I could just see you tonight.
Listen, that shit comes on and I lose my fucking mind. I have that on my iPod, and whenever I'm like, I need a coffee. I get in my gas little car. I put on Vanessa Carlton, and I'm like, let's go, bitches. Oh, hey, Otter's here.
He would
We were
walk
just talking
500
about you
more just to
earlier.
be the man who walked 1,000 miles to wind up at your door, dead duh. Well, let's go to the bathroom.
It also leads to the secret room.
Well, where else the fuck do you think the thing came from?
Maybe.
Trying to think where a...
So,
Yeah.
I know one of the places you're supposed to go. You want me to tell you?
I mean, am I close?
No.
Got it.
Wait. Never mind.
What do you mean? Wait. Never mind.
I just realized. Check out Monokuma.
Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know? The bomb.
I just found something. What is it?
Wonder what this random bomb-shaped object is.
Couldn't possibly be a bomb.
It's...
Huh?
It's what?
A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. What?
A bomb?
That's right, a bomb! Bomb.
And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about it. The fragments I found in the garden
Nice! Fragments near to the dead body has been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook.
came from this bear's ass. Okay, I checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya.
I can't wait to get up there and be like, ha ha. No.
See, Kiku, they have a very tenuous object permanence, so they forgot that Monokuma existed completely, and then he shows back up, and like, oh wait, there's probably more. Oh shit, there's another one!
Also, yes, Otter, hello, good evening, and Sabrina as well, welcome, good evening.
Welcome. We were just talking about how, if we were to cook somebody, how would we prepare them?
Apparently the question, what 5 Pokemon would you cook and how, has been very popular online lately.
That's a good question.
I'm just saying that, like, a Crawdaunt with some Old Bay.
You know, I could fuck with that. God, what is the pistol shrimp Pokemon?
Clauncher?
Yeah.
Clauncher
I
and
bet
Clawitzer?
Clawitzer, that's the one specifically I'm thinking of. I bet you, if you were to, like, crack open that claw, some Old Bay, you know, put in a low country boil, it'd probably be pretty good. I bet you Taros tastes good.
Oh yeah, no, that shit is tender. Well, actually, no, it's probably, the meat's probably tough, actually.
Yeah, but
Ironically, Blaziken would be the toughest chicken you've ever eaten, too.
I could never eat Blaziken. He's my husband.
But what about Politoed?
He's so
Frogleg.
froggy. No.
I love Frog. Mr. Mime!
I would love.
Pray
Sabrina,
tell, Ms. Dahmer, tell me more. Mr. mind feels dangerously close to cannibalism.
But maybe that's why. That's the thrill of it. Is it cannibalism? Is it not? It's right there.
I want to get close to eating human, but not all the way. Ah, yes. Y'all better clip what I'm about to say, because I'm never repeating it. Ah, yes, Mr. Mime, the anal of cannibalism. Most of the fun and none of the risk.
Oh my god. I hope you know.
Do you need a moist towelette? Yeah, LeChonk! Why did it take this long for someone to say LeChonk?
Because nobody thinks about LeChonk. It is one of the most forgettable fucking Pokemon on the face of the earth.
Though.
No, we have Spoink and we have Swinub, like, we have much better pig Pokemon. LeChonk is the most, just the biggest fucking cop-out of a Pokemon.
His name is Hamwise!
Hamwise Genji.
Oh my god!
There we go. We got the clip.
And we got the clip.
I hope you know I'm gonna sample that for my next Wargrind song.
God. Sabrina, thank you for coming to my village and teaching all of our other viewers how to clip. Pidgeot might be, but no, Pidove though. Yeah, Pidove.
Don't you dare hurt my sweet baby Pidove.
But no one said Wooloo.
Yeah, you know what? I think Wooloo would be pretty tasty.
Wooloo would probably be pretty tasty. I can't tell if the viewer number's going up or going down.
It doesn't matter. Those who leave are weak.
Flaffy would be tasty. I would say Flaffy would be tasty.
Kind of a lemony zing to it.
Lemony zing to it. I love how we said all of the mammalian ones and did not mention any of the plants. It's like, oh my god, we're dumb. Like Farfetch. It's literally a duck with a leak.
Excuse me, you will not touch my bird children, okay? You will not harm them. I will defend them at all costs.
See, I need to ask Blue's opinion on this because they keep naming all their Pokemon after food. Like their Kilowattrel named Air Fryer. A fact that makes me angry every time I think about it. Duck is really greasy meat, though. I'm not a huge fan of duck.
Yeah, so don't eat my bird Pokemon. See, this is what I was talking about earlier about, you know, how would you prepare me? Like, when it came time, you know, and everyone's like, oh, let's eat bird. You know, at least I want to know if I'm going to be tasty or not, you know.
Well, I would probably rub some compound butter on your titties. Just to let it really sink in. A couple of cloves of garlic under the skin. Maybe some rosemary. Let you slow roast for a couple hours. And then throw you right in the trash to recreate what you're used to. Talonflame may be already spicy. I accept that explanation, and that it only increases my desire to deep fry it.
I love how...
I love the turf war that's come out of this. Where she's like, I would eat this Pokemon, and they're like, don't you dare eat my favorite Pokemon. I've listened to enough true crime that I think I know how to cook a human, I just don't want to deal with the backlash.
Look, I will go on record to say that if we are in a survival situation and someone must be eaten, I would not mind if people cannibalize my body to survive. Like, I would not give a fuck.
I mean, at this point, I think I've chewed my fingertips long enough to say, at least on a technicality, that I've consumed human flesh.
I mean, I chew on my lips enough, like, just straight up rip the flesh off of the inside of my gums and, like, the outside of my lips as just, like, an anxious response. So, I mean, I guess I'm kind of cannibal, too.
I love how this derailed. God, I wish Hifumi were here. He would be all in on this conversation. But I will say one thing before we move on. I bet you that if you crack a rock Pokemon in half, whatever's inside is absolutely delicious.
Caramel center.
You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go.
Wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms.
He's so tall!
Yeah, he looked.
Well then, here we go.
Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole. And then...
And it's open.
Looks like it. Thanks. He booby-trapped her room.
Oh wow, there's just like nothing fucking in here.
So, this is Kyoko's room. No matter when, no matter where, this line we've read before. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. I mean, goddamn, we don't have to repeat this every single time, do we?
Yes.
I can use all this time to see if we have enough washing machines. Here's her bed. It's like one of those Chinese Olympic anti-sex beds.
It really is.
I don't see anything interesting here. At least it's not as far as the case is concerned. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. Seems pretty useless when he's not on it. Actually, no. It's totally useless, no matter what! Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I better not look inside.
But a book, though.
There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
I love how the camera zoomed in on the bathroom when the hydrate alert came on.
Well,
Wonder what that's
Well-
for. Piss!
ooh,
Roasted
actually,
Toadstool and Knackley? Oh yeah, no, you're the mushroom Pokemon. No, you're correct.
that does sound actually very appetizing.
I mean, they are woodier. They are woodiers. I mean, they're tender as hell.
God, now I want roasted mushrooms.
I always want mushrooms. I love mushrooms.
Oh, huge same.
I could eat my weight in them little bitches.
God, you know what's really good? Those like woodier mushrooms that you get in ramen. Oh,
Yeah, that's what those are supposed to be. Is like woodier mushrooms.
Oh, that's what that is what you said. I'm
Yeah.
fucking dumb.
I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers.
I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. I've only ever purchased them. And privatized them. Just like Ayn Rand said I should.
That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks.
Really? What?
Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to.
The dojo?
Nice! Woodblock keys been added to the toothbolt section of your handbook.
You know, speaking of Knackley, I have to say,
It's certainly possible.
I was very sad at what it evolved into. Like, Knackley is the cutest little fucking mushroom rock Pokemon, and I hate what it evolves into.
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for?
Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious! That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here?
Sorry.
Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to help give us some sort of direction here.
More concrete. Oh, I know! Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me.
I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it!
What's in the envelope?
Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Interesting.
Well, something has certainly happened. So open it.
Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets. Careful, chat. Try not to slip in all this Freud. Bow chicka honk honk.
Well,
I can't wait to find the Kong toy she left in there for us.
What?
That's all that was in there?
Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be?
Perhaps we should look under her sheets!
But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything. But as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found another crumpled up piece of paper.
there she is! Our queen! Lying hidden somewhere in the school!
Class number 78, student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba? Sex fondue? Damn, she got an F. She is bad at sex. Like, you have to show up. Honestly. Honestly.
Oh my god.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile.
Yeah, looks like it. It's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key.
God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and that's it.
She got an F, but it seems like all she did was show up. This must be the nondescript blank that Monokuma was talking about. Really weird how he censored it out loud like that. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind.
I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search.
Okay, dick. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, She won a survival game tournament, began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, but she was never found. She was a sleeper agent.
Soldat.
However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone, completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home as she did. Yeah, the wolf tattoo, kind of a dead giveaway.
Nice! You can only stop a profiles banana, the 2 bullet section of your handbook.
The ultimate soldier. A mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in? It's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's nonfiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different it is. That was how I saw things, as just an ordinary person. But then...
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this.
Huh? You recognize it? Oh, he owns these bitches, doesn't he?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering.
This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in.
I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it! Whoa! I feel like our hero's becoming a big player, and a big player is becoming our hero!
Ah! It's you!
What? What have you got in your pretty little hand there? What? Uh-oh! You found her profile?
So what if we did?
Hey, come
Don't
on
freak out on
now.
me! I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there?
There is not, no.
But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. But it's all omnivorous, you know. A little bit of hot
What?
sauce, pepper.
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am. A proper school life is built on dedication, organization, and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Oh? So you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complain about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting.
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game.
Oh!
Oh, shit.
Interesting! That's a weird
That's-
thing to bring up at this point in the game!
After, all this happened.
Huh. Who'd have thunk it?
I don't think I've ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people, weren't there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
Misunderstanding? Are you saying...
In other words,
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you. There was just
yes,
3.
indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
16? Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Gonna put one in the chat. That's one for the evening. That's one.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba, hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. She's dangerous, watch out for her. She's part of this school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense?
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kerrigan, so I'm gonna share a little secret with y'all.
Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? She has really sweaty hands. Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but... She wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
What?
Okay, now that's all you get.
Nice! Monokuma's cat has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... The tattoo. Wait, but no! Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse.
Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Simp?
Huh?
Yes, I called you a simp! Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap.
His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us?
He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now?
He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later.
But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair.
Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko.
What?
That would explain why we have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game.
Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko?
Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit.
Huh? What makes you say that?
We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us?
That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense, then, to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit.
So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion.
That's what makes sense to me. I've given up on trying to do his voice correctly. I don't care anymore.
It's okay. It's as you said. It is the spider legs slowly curling in on themselves.
The way you say it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is?
Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation.
I should find out if the key in the dojo are really
let's
connected.
go.
Well, are you coming?
There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys. Just look at those super traditional... Never mind. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right?
I should probably use the key we found in that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it!
Oh, okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and
Click.
the locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total.
They look like they're made out of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks.
Strong sticks.
Nice! Titanium arrow has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Good boy.
Oh, there's something else in the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must be surely related to the case.
This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved?
Nice! Bloody duct tape has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
I think that's all the locker has to offer for now.
If you can't duct it, fuck it.
Is something
Why did
wrong?
I-
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps...
Byakuya?
Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location.
Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir.
Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that?
Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something, dumbass?
Research. Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry.
You think it's story time? You think we could read the little engine that could?
I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here.
At this point, he should be on a leash, you are correct. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand, and went straight to a shelf in the back.
Here we go.
He quickly returned with a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this.
I have no idea what it says. What language is this?
How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? Comment allez-vous, fuckboy?
Haven't you ever seen Moulin Rouge?
Voulez coucher amneva chez soi, Makoto? Real Lady Marmalade.
I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French.
Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over.
100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme?
Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into the enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. French is an elective and Makoto obviously chose obedience classes. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they had acquired. Oh, shit. Some, however, believe there was a mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
Get you a man who looks at you like Byakuya does? Like property? No.
Well, I mean, there are
What?
people into objectification, you know.
What is it?
This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality.
Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting.
Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use.
So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir.
Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right?
That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
I have it on my ass.
Woof woof, bitch.
They got a tattoo of Fenrir?
I had the full wolf tattooed on my scrotum. Just to prove how alpha I am.
Could that mean?
Nice! We can make sounds.
I did not mean for that to go quite like it did. Ding dong, bing bong.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us. Organisms, the earth, natural phenomena.
Okay, this is a new one.
It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial.
It's time.
So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come.
All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Let's just run. I can't wait to remember all these mechanics I've forgotten how to do.
Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Like, y'all dating now or something? Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word.
We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point?
Investigating each other.
Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to just go off together? Just the two of you?
What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you just making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
They're not mutually exclusive.
Makoto bathes regularly, Toko.
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second.
Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again?
Not the stupidest theory he's had.
What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or...?
Or what?
What?
Jesus!
Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that?
What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we?
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Sorry, but you're wrong.
Well, Kyoko killed Mukuro.
We've been waiting for Midnight Zone this whole time. I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now.
If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. That's fine. No reason.
When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look. And I sat down immediately.
Hey,
I'm here and no rules have been broken. Dun, dun, dun.
Kyoko!
Kyoko, you're still alive? No, it's a ghost!
Stop talking.
If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I'm new here just fine. What school regulation did I violate?
This is entirely directed at pissing off Byakuya, 100%, and I am here for it.
Am I wrong?
You're so spoiled. You're right. There's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later.
Shing!
No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you.
I can already tell this trial is going to be all manner of fucked up.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko!
So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die.
That's you, BB.
Sorry, I forgot to press. I had to press to talk.
Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay.
Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us.
Wait, would you like help removing whatever it is that is lodged in your ass? Because I can imagine no pleasure can be derived from it at this point, if ever there once was. Say something. Huh?
He's right. Now we gotta deal with the ghost.
I told you, stop talking!
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial.
Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me!
Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial's all over.
I think we all will. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you?
Correct.
So,
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms.
the second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely, and I'm gonna say this right in front of the camera so he can hear me.
True queen shit.
Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea Bonnie had been discovered. It was all crispy too.
Then when did you find out?
So,
Just now, I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scenes first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I?
So that's why you were late.
however,
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting.
But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What?
Nice! Kyoko's count was added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up and get before you have trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto,
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? We'll go for walkies. Right now, Mommy's got a headache. I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
it would seem
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me.
For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would you say it's a crucial moment for her?
goodbye.
Well, if that's all.
Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right?
Yeah, she's making it impossible to prove her own innocence, right?
Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, no one said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Oh,
Damn,
I
are those
can't wait! I can't wait!
colors?
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this.
I didn't know that Lisa Frank decorated a Texas penitentiary.
Those colors.
Time for the pointless jokes and jabs as pass.
It's a sparkle courtroom.
The Woo Dungeon.
Those convicted here must admit it was in fact just a phase.
Oh my god.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's get on with the show!
You are hereby banned from Hot Topic. And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial!
Alright. I'm gonna take a quick bio break. I'll be right back.
Go for it. Well, chat, while we're waiting to do that, how are y'all? Y'all doing all right? Everything sounding okay? Everything coming through all right? Y'all having fun this evening? I know I am. Doing great. I'm glad you're doing great. Makes me happy. But no, I cannot wait to see what sort of bizarre bullshit. You have picked watching me over Hunter x Hunter. I cannot tell you how flattered I am by that. Hunter x Hunter is real good. What arc are you in currently? You're on episode 5. Oh, you're way in the beginning. I like Hunter x Hunter quite a lot. I wish that, like, it could come to a satisfying conclusion. Because, like, all of Togashi's health problems make me really nervous. Because I don't want to end up in a situation like we did with Berserk.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. We were just talking about how we really hope nothing bad ever happens to
The gentleman who writes Hunter x Hunter, because we don't want to have another Berserk situation on our hands.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we were very fortunate as fans in that situation that he had, like, you know, a bosom buddy who, like, knew the story.
Mommy!
I'm gonna let that one resonate for a minute. You know, like a trained staff that could mimic his style, and a friend that, like, knew the plot well enough to recreate it. And, like, yeah, Tagashi's been training his wife to, like, take over if it happens, but it's like, that's not what I want to hear, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, the man made Yu Yu Hakusho, for God's sake. And now Smile Bomb is playing in my head. On the subject of bombs.
Yeah, who's ready for the class trial to find out how Sayaka came back to life and she and Hifumi killed somebody.
Oh god, the frame rate, it's chonking.
Frame rate chunky enough to be poured over some barbecue.
Absolutely. So we're not getting rid of Robot Jock.
What was the one that we got from Byakuya?
That is Envious Influence.
What does that do?
Increases the influence gauge by 5.
Damn.
And then there's Lost in Thought, which increases the time limit. But, handiwork is useful, because we keep getting our ass kicked in that portion.
Yeah.
Vocabulary's not bad. Melodious voice is great. Robot Jock we're just simply not getting rid of.
Yeah, we may just be like...
Yeah, cool and composed. Because we've not run out of time, we've just fucked up our aim and shit. Memories float back. Kyoko is gone. Kyoko is no longer gone. And a mysterious masked body appears. The threads holding them all together. God, this frame rate.
That's silky smooth.
Begin to spin and twine into one. Trying to speak in someone else's voice in slow motion is hard. I am not a professional voice actor, or even an amateur voice actor, but good God, we're gonna try. It's like extra crunchy peanut butter.
Just smear it over some, like, cold bread.
Alright, our evidence.
Oh god, the loading.
We have the Monokuma file, the exploded body analysis, the fake nails, the tattoo, the fragments of the bomb, the fact that the sprinklers come on at 7:30, when the body was found, which is about 9 o'clock, the knife at the crime scene, the fact that there is a wet, dry tarp, there's a missing chicken. Byakuya said there was no body in the garden last night. The description of the body before it exploded. Mukuro Ikasawa's profile. Monokuma's account that there's 16 participants. The woodblock key. Titanium arrows. Some bloody duct tape. And Kyoko saying there's a secret tool that allows you to get anywhere in the house. I think we got it, right?
I think so.
Alright. Let us fail in glorious battle.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Actually, that's the answer, Bird. That's how I'd eat you. I'd have you blackened.
Mmm, tasty. I will accept that.
Good.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
You know, it might be a little early to play this, but I think, you know, we should just...
Somebody get
There we go.
Holy shit.
It's been a while since we told him to get fucked, so I think we should just... throw the shuffle in here real quick. Okay, there we go.
Oh my god.
No! That's a ghost!
But
We're off to a great
she
start.
has legs and stuff.
You know, ghosts, famously known for not having legs. That's why you can only... you can't order dark meat ghosts. Just the breasts. And a wing.
Oh my god.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
He is trying so hard. God bless him, he's trying so hard. Also, if you're just now coming into the stream, welcome. You picked an excellent time to show up. This dense motherfucker!
Oh my god.
Ghost technology, you mean murder.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
I agree with Byakuya for once.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her.
Her piercing glare.
Her gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
He's so excited to be a dick in this moment. You can feel it.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, she's gonna have, like, fucked up dish hands, isn't she?
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
I love that we're actually having to like.
I love
discuss
how
this.
committed he is. Is the best part. I love how they were able to get this poor voice actor to sound legitimately scared at the prospect.
God, you know that the voice actors for these games just had the times of their lives.
Can we shut him up with a bloody duct tape? I wish we could.
No, Hero, live your truth. Keep telling us about the
Sure,
5G in the
Byakuya
water.
has a gag on him at least. Byakuya's probably got a riding crop on him somewhere.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. I know that because I'm not a goddamn moron. But we live in a fair and equitable society, so... But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here, and the case won't move forward. I feel like the guy, I can never remember the producer's name, but I feel like he was just sitting here and like, you know what? You know what would really just be a fantastic plot twist, like 80% of the way into the game? So I don't have any choice but to. Oh!
Oh, you've got lots to choose from.
Yeah.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Just that they shortened this
'Cause
section.
that corpse is absolutely
Yeah,
Kyoko.
if I recall,
This
whole
entire
trial was,
discussion
like,
is
super
idiotic.
short in the anime.
Yeah, no, I can see why they did that.
Sabrina, I'm there with you. I've had a headache since like the beginning of the stream, and Hero is
Kyoko there
not
is just a
helping.
ghost.
Impossible. Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't.
They got burnt up in the.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No,
Shut up!
MLG 360 no scope headshot.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Yeah, no, Hero is just Danny Sexbang, only just a lot of it dumber. Although, can we appreciate that immaculate TB303 work there
Yeah.
in the baseline?
Oh yeah, no, it's some good kush, I gotta say. That's it, I'm getting my emergency alcohol. Just remember to only smash one layer of glass. The other layer has the alcohol under it.
Oh, Danny is defo hot.
Yeah, no. Danny is like weird hot. Like Danny is like one of those people, like I can't put my finger on why he's hot, but I have to accept that he is.
It's his personality, honestly. Like
On
I feel
on the subject of people like being hot, I learned something recently.
What's up?
I live for weird hot. It's my favorite kind of hot. Me when I eat food. But so I can't remember if I mentioned this, but I had the great fortune to go see Cirque du Soleil fairly recently. And during one of the performances, there was a pair of aerialists. It was male aerialists, and they would just like fly over the audience, right? And after about the second flyby, I suddenly realized why people like Superman. Because there's just the most beautifully cut abs you've ever seen, just gently floating above you in the sky. And somehow the framing makes them look much nicer. I could have held up a block of cheese and it would have been shredded by the time they passed over. But no, I think that Danny is the weird... You know what it is? It's the combination of, like, goofy and confident. That's what it is.
Yep.
It's like how, like, I would not say that Weird Al is attractive, but I find that it's really hard to have, like, beef with Weird Al. Like, he does one really niche, weird thing, and he does it really well, and he does it with absolute self-confidence.
He's just a king.
It's the same energy. Yeah, it's just pure, goofy king energy. One day I'll be weird hot. One day. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. Forgive me.
It's me. I'm sending dog memes. Very, very evil memes. Illegal memes. that I'm wanted for because they are too dank. And dog can't disclose that. I'm sorry, everyone. I've failed you all. I've been holding out on that good kush. See, like, I think that Aaron is the more immediately hot one, but I would rather have sex with Danny because he seems like he would actually, you know, again, like he's goofy, he's confident, like he'd be much more fun.
I feel like Danny would take better care for me.
Yeah, he'd be a good top. You know, I
feel like Aaron would nut in me and like go play Super Mario Brothers or something. And like Danny would at least like get me like a cup of tea and like ask me if I was okay. And like maybe like how my day was.
Yep, exactly.
Like he would also step away to like play Super Mario Brothers because that's what he does for a living. But he would like give me like, you know, like a pat on the head and like maybe a smooch and then like go by. And I'm like, you know what? That was acceptable. Like a solid C. For those of you out there who may have clipped this section, please send it to Game Grumps so they can wonder who the fuck I am and why I'm talking about them. Anyway.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
And then Hiro himself became a ghost.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
I love we're having this conversation.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Oh no, Sabrina has to get her emergency alcohol too. If I'm spending that much money on my nails, everyone's going to see them.
You know what? I feel that. If I went and got my nails did, I'd be like,
okay, so
bitches.
Then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Did we finally convince not Danny that Kyoko's alive?
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. I mean, it has to be Mukuro Ikusaba.
The 16th student lying hidden somewhere in the school?
The one they call the ultimate despair.
Watch out for her.
Yeah.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right? If Kyoko
really is still... Then who died?
There's gotta be someone
Who died?
And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify...
Yeah!
No,
it's wrong!
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Yeah,
Damn.
That's how the game works. That's the point.
cruel brutal and unusual death. This I gotta see.
Oh my god,
Jesus.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
I just need everyone to take a moment to drink this in. I'm not saying any of you should. But if any of you get a tattoo of me anywhere on your body, you are legally required to tell me. Oh god, now CD's getting his emergency alcohol.
So, I mean, I have a wolf tattoo on my back. I mean, that is a tainted.
It's true. I got a tattoo of your face on my left ass cheek. And with that, no, we're not all drinking. That would get us demonetized. You all can. Honestly, this is why I can't take sponsorships. And I thank you for it.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
He is trying so hard. He is trying to persevere in the face of adversity, which is weird for him because normally he just causes that.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should be clear.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is a pupper.
A doggo, if you will.
Puppy. You know, that daddy in Smash Brothers.
Shout outs to Wolf O'Connell. Yes, honey. Wolf O'Donnell, Jesus.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm tired, okay? I have an excuse.
I got my flu and my Omicron
The representation
shots today.
of Fenrir is a wolf.
I'm just glad that my arms have not detached.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
Yeah, you know, the novelist would probably know this.
Yep, finally.
One would think.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Yes.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that we only heard that in one place. Though we did hear it from that one place like 9 times.
Maybe we can hear it again. Here! Oh,
After
shit!
all,
I was
looking
hoping
at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Wow, Toko is talking a whole lot more than usual.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us, just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
Says you.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Oh my god, I love that line delivery. That's so good. Prattle. Oh god. Delicious. I could chew on it.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Ooh.
Damn.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
No one cares what No one cares!
My daddy owns a dealership. You should be thankful you're in my presence. Happy Honda days.
The stream froze on my end. I was worried for a second.
Everything okay now?
My dad owns a Hummer dealership!
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Potter! You must be a Weasley.
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Yes! Yes!
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be 2 suspects. God damn it!
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Spicy.
Allow me to explain.
I can't wait for Byakuya to actually be guilty.
Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The 4 of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. And I know Kyoko didn't do it. No.
I was the culprit all along.
Damn it! I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Yes.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want, somebody go ahead and help him out.
I love how the camera is like zooming in on his dick while he's like, go ahead, go for it. Look at it.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. And I still don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay then, looks like the game has begun. I can't provide an alibi for that period. And I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Hey, Rion.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Yes, I did. I did see the Count of Monte Cristo. Edmond Dante's gonna be mad good in Melty Blood. Especially since he looks like, you know, Nagito.
He is Magical Boy Nagito, and I need to pick up the game now, and he's gonna be my main for that sole reason. He may play like ass, and I will still main him for that one reason.
I'm sorry, but the fucking red muffler man with the fingers in his ass, like, edit. That's literally how I told Bird this character was coming out.
And that is the only way that you could have told me. It was immaculate. It was sublime.
All right, well,
we've established a time frame for the murder.
It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock and... Yep.
And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Or I can just miss.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
We've established a time
Frame for the murder.
Oh,
It took place
he
somewhere
was actually
between 9
designed by
o'clock
the
in-
same
Yep.
guy.
And Makoto doesn't have an alibi
That
for most
makes
of that
perfect
time.
sense.
Yeah, from 10
That
o'clock
makes absolute sense.
to 7:30.
No?
Shoot!
The sprinklers. Oh, the sprinklers are at 7. Tagami's high-pitched voice. Yeah.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
It's night court.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
Oh God.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Oh God. How do we solve this section? Ugh. Because it's got to be the sprinklers going on at 7:30. But it said no.
Maybe hit sprinklers at 10?
Maybe?
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, it got blocked.
Yep.
And Makoto
Doesn't have.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay, time up. They don't do something. No.
Uh-oh, Makoto's been a bad puppy.
Is this really the end for all?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
Oh God, hit the first part. I mean, the sprinklers go off at 7, right?
Maybe.
7:30.
Yeah, but maybe there's some weird logic there.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay, that's not it either.
Shoot!
10 o'clock to 7:30.
We never hit 10 o'clock with the sprinklers. We missed.
Yeah, you're right.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto.
Yeah, from 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Well, no, it's like it took place in the garden. If I remember, there's something that happens there every morning at a certain time. So it's about the sprinklers.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between...
Oh, okay, weird.
No, that's wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
Okay, I get it now.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly.
Yeah,
I imagine
The
so.
body was wet.
It's kind
Nothing
of hard
wet,
to
in
forget.
fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
Yeah, I just missed the first time.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
Oh my god! Okay, good. Somebody came in and reclosed my door. My cat keeps opening my door, and my roommates keep closing it. Oh my god.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Ma'am.
Man, you're totally wacko.
That is correct, yes.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it.
Oh, good, it's the rhythm game.
The best one.
I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I admit nothing. No!
Okay. The cat of Meowty Cristo.
Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. God damn it.
Maybe we need to use the star power or some shit. You're right, there is a clap I should probably pay attention to.
Is this real? I refuse to give up yet!
You are the cat of Meowty Cristo?
I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I admit nothing.
Okay, am I... I hate this minigame because I always...
It is consistently across the entire series the worst fucking minigame.
Because Kiku's right, it does clap, but honestly, playing it doesn't feel like it's between dots. Yeah, it's supposed to be between the dots.
Makoto keeps getting voted out because his
this-
Jordans are fake.
Yeah, and then he keeps, like, vetoing his
I
own...
refuse to give up yet!
As the protagonist, I refuse to go out!
I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
What is the damn power-up button, for God's sake? Yeah, I know we're gonna have to get it eventually. I don't know what the fuck it is, because it's a rhythm game. One would think I'd be good at a rhythm game. You'd be wrong.
No, it's just jank. Like they didn't program it well. Like everyone who's
That doesn't narrow it down with this port. That doesn't narrow it down with this port at all.
No, it's bad on
Is this
the
really?
PS4 port. Like it's just.
I refuse to give up
It was
yet.
not a very well programmed rhythm minigame. While you do this, I will be right back.
Go for it.
I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Okay, there we go. Never mind. We got it that time.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Oh god. Right, we had to pick the right one.
I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
There we go.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Well, now we gotta wait for Bird to get back. But we did it.
Let's go, lesbians! Let's go, lesbians!
Let's get one of those in the chat real quick. Thank you, I did do a thing. Me sitting here trying to just...
Alright, I'm back. I see Chungus. Did we make it?
Yeah, we did it.
Yay! Sorry about that.
Yeah, I actually got a perfect.
Oh, hell yeah.
My brain finally clicked into the on position.
Hell yeah.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because... while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Nice.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No! I refuse to believe it! Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
I bet you would.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
That's a threat.
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Yes. Yes, I think it will.
Shut up, you!
Look, if there's something about Makoto Naegi being attracted to you that makes you want to frame him for murder. He's just very frameable. He's like a kit house, very frameable.
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
I feel like you're projecting. I feel like you're projecting real hard.
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. We've been a bad puppy.
We are being loaded into a car so we can be taken to a farm upstate.
Huh?
Okay.
The sprinklers didn't
Nani?
get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Certain something at the scene was used to cover the body. Could it have been, I don't know, a fucking tarp?
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Damn.
All right.
She's you know what? It's not fine.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
Oh! We're about to refute Mommy.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer! For the 4th time! I have to refute what Mommy said.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
There has to be a clue hidden in the tarp somewhere, even though it was laid out flat and therefore two-dimensional, meaning nothing could have been hidden in it.
Well, I mean,
by covering the body,
yeah, Mukuro was hidden.
So the reason that is because the spring, but the underside, it was totally. It's because that side.
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, that's wrong.
No, shut the fuck up!
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh?
Oh, she is out of pocket for this, okay.
The blood was a camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
Nurse's office.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Oh, the chicken. God damn it.
They killed the chicken.
You know what? The blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean someone got the munchies. It's gotta be Hiro.
You know what? That's the murder that we should be solving right here. Whoever killed the chicken needs to be executed.
Could it have been chicken blood?
Sabrina!
Excellent choice of emote.
I'm more upset that the animation is almost synced to the music.
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, There were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
That would seem feasible, yes.
Man, that's messed up.
It is, Hero. It is.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I
Raw.
wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around.
Oh!
Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
This is really just a massive, contest between either Kyoko or Byakuya did it. Like, that... It's just a question of who did it.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
That is one funky way to wear a
Wait,
coat, Makoto.
No, the head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Actually.
Actually.
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Ma'am? I'm gonna need you to stop making sense.
Makoto.
You better stop that shit right now.
You're looking like a bad puppy.
That's not...
Going to the pound.
He really sitting there like, please. Please, no. Please. Please.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand.
This guy's dead body's been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Oh, we got new evidence. Oh, no. I can't wait to see what new mechanic they've added for this.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
Oh my god.
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Oh no.
Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
I don't want it anyway. So what to do?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Wink, wink, hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Uh-oh. Not
You
looking
don't
good for
seem
the home
surprised.
team.
You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up until now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I am not a bad puppy.
Looking like a bad puppy, Makoto. No begging strips for you.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then... that seals it! Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife once? That automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then... that seals it! Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife once? That
They were
automatically
also
makes me
hit,
the
you're
killer.
correct.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No.
Shoot!
There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. We don't have the Monokuma file, which would be very helpful here.
The
So what
knife we
are
found lodged in the dead body.
Truth bullets.
Body for the explosion,
It's the
exploded
same one
body
we
analysis,
gave to Makoto.
fragments
It
near the
really
dead
is,
body,
isn't it?
when the body was
I
found,
was afraid of that.
disguised dead body.
If he did have that knife before, then...
That seals it.
Look, just because I had that automatic.
Well,
getting stabbed is what... so there's no question.
you took that knife.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Okay, so maybe it's
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it. Makoto did.
Just because I had the knife once? that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question.
There's no other
You took that
explanation.
knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
There's no other explanation. That's what it was. That's what we're looking for.
The knife we found lodged in the... It's the same... It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it.
Makoto,
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and
You
killed
can
her
only,
with it.
What a horrible
you can only
man
take
are, Makoto.
the yellow words and use them as truth bullets.
Oh, I thought I
The
could use the
knife
purple
we
one.
found
Sorry, I
lodged
forgot.
in
I
the
don't know why I
dead
forgot
body.
about
It's
that.
the same one we... It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that knife, that seals it. Makoto.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
So there's no...
You took that knife of yours and...
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Okay, so it has to be... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The disguised body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that knife, that seals it.
Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife, that automatically make...
Well, getting stabbed is what...
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
Nice.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body.
Good point.
Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. Monokuma file.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
God.
Then the knife...
was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
I love how Makoto's like, well, I'm sorry, I love how Byakuya's like, yeah, look at her go. Wow, she's getting some air.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but... what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
Sarbamba.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Oh my god, Byakuya.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
He is that smart, he's about to.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
Can we just kill him and call it a day? Can we just... If we all kill him and we agree not to try each other, does that mean we're all blackened and we all get out?
I might be dumb, But even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Tell him, Naegi. Tell him, Makoto.
Tell him, Naegi.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground.
Do you still have
body,
that picture?
Right?
I have lots of Tell him Naegi pictures. Are you talking the one that I did of you?
The one you did for me, yeah.
I can find it. I'll get it after the
I feel like we should share that with the. I feel like we should share that. With,
okay, hold on. I gotta find that.
I think I have it somewhere. I think I might have it in my art folder. Let me see. Yep.
Hold on.
Yep, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, it's in here. I just gotta. There it is.
Tell him Naegi, queen.
Tell him, Naegi. Yeah, how do I do this? 1 second here. Close this out. Do I have a... Oh, I don't have a screen capture here. Damn. Well, actually, no, because if I send this to you on Discord, you can just pull it up, right?
Yeah.
There's gotta be a way to do this.
Hold on, chat. This is...
No, we'll do it this way. Hang on. Much as I hate to break this up, I feel like this is important to show you guys. 1 second. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, drink that in real quick. Ain't it grand?
Beautiful. If I do say so myself.
Anyway. back to the game. We're already at time. We need to finish this thing.
Yeah, so there is a decent amount left in this trial.
How much is a decent amount?
I'm trying to remember exactly. Maybe another 30 or so minutes.
Do you think you can make it, or do you need to call it?
Well, I guess it also depends on if we... So, mild spoiler, this trial can go 2 ways.
Oh, really?
Yes, and if we wind up going the alternate direction, we will easily be here for another, like, hour and a half.
Oh, shit, really?
Yes. So
safety save?
Yes, so let's safety save, because I do gotta be up ass early, for work.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I apologize, y'all. I'm old, I'm weak, and I'm a wage slave.
I mean, it's okay. I'm just gonna save one more time. Well, much as I hate to cut it in the middle of that, I guess you're right.
It's cliffhanger. Y'all have to come back and...
Yeah, you have to come back next week. See the thrilling conclusion of this. Oh well, you got to see Tell him Naegi before we gave up the ghost. Oh, but that was a good time, wasn't it?
That was an excellent time. It's always a fun time.
Yeah, no, I always love... Oh, I always love Danganronpa Monday.
Same. I look forward to it every week.
Yeah, same. Big same. Anyway, credit where credit is due. We'll get to find out who's guilty next week, I hope. So, you got a whole week whole week to theory craft if you don't already know what's going on. In the meantime, shoutouts to Bird for the resub, 16 months.
Been here a long time.
You know, actually, come to think of it, right now, both of my co-hosts are paid subscribers to this channel. So literally, I have a bunch of interns who pay for the privilege.
You see? Is it making more sense now why I drew you as Byakuya?
Tell him, Naegi. Oh, God, so good. Oh, but no, thank you guys for joining us. It was great having you. If you're new to the stream and you like what you saw tonight and you haven't already, feel free to follow or subscribe. Any way that you want to support the channel is a huge help to us. Friendly reminder that Sabrina and I have a running bet that if y'all can get me 14 more follows before the end of the year, I will read fan fiction live on air. Her fan fiction.
We need to make this happen, y'all.
Just 14 follows, just 14 people. That's like one a day until Christmas. Y'all can do it. I believe in you.
It's Christmas, time for miracles, you know?
Yeah, and if you can get me to 200 before Valentine's Day, I'll read My Immortal. Which is worse because I've never read it before.
I haven't either.
So it'll be a great thing. We get a whole bunch of stupid bullshit. It's your birthday wish.
We gotta make it happen.
Are you trying to buy me off? It's like, it's my Make-A-Wish. Please read my fanfiction on it.
Dog Cena.
Oh, God.
Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh, God, no. I'm about to make that joke again I can never make. Oh, yeah, you can't... I love how John Cena's whole thing is you can't see me, but if you're a child with cancer, he just shows up. I don't even think people ask for him anymore. I think that he just arrives. Which by the way, in all seriousness, joke being in moderately poor taste, unironic shoutouts to John Cena for actually, if I recall, has like the record for the most fulfilled Make-A-Wishes.
Shoutouts to John Cena.
Which is actually kind of cool. Like apparently he is actually a pretty cool guy. Which is great.
Yeah, you'd have to be to do that.
Well, there's a lot of people who are apparently like just kind of decent human beings, and I appreciate that. Like I can't remember who it was, but especially since it's around the holiday season, I remember there was a story, and apparently it's fairly common, but I know that there's one guy who got a lot of attention for it, where like he would, I think it's a football player, would like go to like, I think Shaq had done this at one point as well, would like go to like Targets and stuff, and just like go to wherever they had like the layaways and pay off the entire layaway balance for the store.
That's fucking metal.
Yeah, so like all the families just got free Christmas presents. Like I'm about 95% certain that Shaq did that once or twice, but I think other people have followed through on that. And I'm like, that's dope shit.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, that's the kind of cool. That's what I wish like billionaires would do, is just more shit like that. Like, you know, like pop-up restaurants to feed the homeless population, that kind of stuff. Do chaotic good. Down with the system. But speaking of the system, your subs count and I appreciate them all. But you know, feel free to follow and subscribe or just lurk. You know, we love having the more people here that we possibly can. We do have fun here, and if you start showing up and you talk regularly in chat, we will make fun of you, and it will be the good push. You can also follow me on Facebook, where I do nothing but advertise, or you can follow me on Twitter, where I do real shit. You can also join my Discord, where we do things other than stream. We do movie nights and anime nights, and we've got a couple other streamers in there too. It's a good time, and all that's on the socials. Bird and I will be back next week, which of course, again, shoutouts to Bird for being the only person I would want to go through this game with.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for
I
being here.
would have cried every day for the rest of my life if you hadn't. But thank you for having me.
I think I told you guys this story, but he literally bought it for me as a present and like just smiled at me. He sent it in the mail. It's like, did you get it yet? What? You'll know. And I get it, and I'm like, you didn't. And I'm like, I think you know why I got this for you. And I did. And we're here. 19 goddamn episodes in. Oh god,
it's been a blast
it
the
has
whole
been,
time.
I mean, not as much as Mukuro, but yeah, it has been a blast. We will be back next Monday for episode 20. I will be back on Wednesday for the next episode of Tales of Symphonia. We have more to do in Tethiala. We met Gnome last week, Bird.
Oh god, I'm trying to remember.
The mole.
Oh shit, I can.
Yeah, the one with the voice. Yeah, we met Gnome. The Earth Spirit. We are now going after Celsius, the Ice Spirit. So definitely join us for that. And that will about do it. But before we go, as is tradition, let's see if there's anybody we can raid. Ah! There's somebody we should raid. So Remy is playing TMNT. And I tweeted about this earlier today, but it's actually Remy's birthday today. They're streaming on their birthday.
Happy birthday.
So we absolutely, positively have to raid Remy for their birthday. So I ask you guys to please hang on and join me as we pop in here to help Remy celebrate their birthday. If you want to come along, I appreciate you helping us support our fellow streamers. And if not, have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys back on Wednesday. Until then, take care and have a beautiful evening.
Bye, everyone.